NBA free agency kicks off this Monday, and on today's video, I'm going to go over my top free agent targets for the New York Knicks. Make sure you are subscribed and join us, though, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're going to be going live, breaking down free agency for the Knicks and everybody else across the association. So if you don't want to miss a thing, subscribe and turn those notifications on. Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. Let's talk about it. My top free agent targets for the New York Knicks, as we are just a couple of days away from free agency being kicked off. The NBA draft is wrapped up. The New York Knicks made one pick in the second round, and this is now where their salary cap books sit. They are projected to be a first apron team at this point. They are $4 million over that, but they are $8 million below the second apron. They still have 4 roster spots to fill in, though. They have 10 people on the roster once they pick up the team option for Ariel Hukporti, most likely for Kevin McCullough Jr. And then you got to find 4 more players. And you got to find a way to do that, likely because the Knicks want to stay under the second apron, by not spending $8 million. They don't have any cap space. They can look to bring back some of the players that were on the roster last year to veteran minimum deals. I'd keep your eye on Landry Shamet as well as DeLon Wright as 2 of the players that are most likely to return. And then you're going to have the taxpayer mid-level exception. That is really just a tool that the NBA gives teams that are over the salary cap to continue to be players in free agency. It can only be a 2-year deal. And if you use it, you are hard capped at the second apron, meaning you cannot spend $1 more than the second apron, which currently the Knicks are about $8 million away from. Year 1 would be $5.6 million. Year 2 would be $5.9 million. And in totality, it would be a 2-year, $11.6 million deal. Are you going to be able to find a player at this value that swings you into being a favorite to win the NBA championship? Maybe, maybe not. But I do think you could find a really good depth piece. And the number 1 player on my wish list that I think is reasonable to accept a 2-year, $11.6 million deal is the point guard, Dennis Schroder, who last played for the Detroit Pistons. I think he checks a lot of boxes and what I want the New York Knicks to add in a free agent. He could play on ball. He could play off ball. He can control the game, control the clock, control the pace when Jalen Brunson is on the bench. He's played in a lot of big-time games as well. He's got a lot of playoff experience. He is tough, man. He could be a sneaky good point-of-attack defender, and I think he is good enough defensively to be able to play with Jalen Brunson and without Jalen Brunson, and I want to see Brunson play a little bit more off ball. This past year played for 3 teams, Brooklyn, Golden State, and Detroit. Averaged 13 points per game, 5+ assists. Only shot 40.6% from the field. Hasn't really been the most consistent shooter, but he is an efficient and effective player. He's going to give you somewhere from 12.5 points to 14 points, 4+ assists, and he's going to find a way to make big-time shots in big-time moments. And the New York Knicks need another creator, a guy that can create for themselves and a guy that can create for others. And Schroder is a guy that's really good in the pick and roll. I'd like to see him work in a 2-man game with Karl-Anthony Towns. He touches the paint over and over and over again with the ball in his hands. He can collapse the defense. He can kick it out. And while he's not an elite 3-point shooter, he can get hot. We saw that in round 1 against the Pistons. So Dennis Schroder is number 1 on my taxpayer mid-level exception targets. If you can't get Dennis Schroder, I'm going to be looking at Luke Kennard, the sharpshooter out of Memphis. While I think the Knicks could use a Schroder and a Luke Kennard, I don't know how likely that is. And if I can't find another ball handler off the bench that can play by themselves and with Jalen Brunson, I'm looking for a 3-point shooter. And Luke Kennard is without a doubt the best 3-point guy in NBA free agency. And I could actually make the argument that he is the best 3-point shooter in the NBA. 4 years in a row, the guy has shot better than 43% from downtown. And he's done it on a very large volume. 6 attempts 4 years ago, 4.5, then 6.1 attempts, and over 4 attempts this year. He can get hot. He can carry a game. He could shoot you back into a game. I'm a fan, of Luke Kennard, and they need a shooter. Like, this Knicks team lacks an elite shooter. They had that in Donte DiVincenzo, but obviously not here anymore. And in the playoffs, the Knicks got kind of exposed for being a team that can't really hit outside shots consistently. Luke Kennard can do that. He's also got sneaky ball handling skills as well. He can kind of control the flow of a game. The Knicks shot the 10th best three-point percentage of any team in the playoffs. Only 16 teams made it. If they want to hoist the Larry O.B., they're going to need more shooters on this team, and Kennard is someone I'm looking at. If you can't get Schroder, you can't get Kennard. I'm looking at another point guard that the Knicks actually had interest in last year, and that's Tyus Jones. Maybe the best point guard in the NBA when it comes to assist to turnover ratio. He is someone that can completely take the responsibility of being a floor general, being a guy that is just a facilitator and getting the ball to his teammates in spots that he could be effective. He can run the pick and roll, and he's grown a little bit as a shooter, it seems like, in the NBA. You look at the assists to turnovers every single year. This year, 5.1 assists to just 1.1 turnovers. Like, that's what the Knicks need. They need another guy that can handle the ball in crunch time and another guy that can take the responsibility away from Brunson to beat the press. We saw that against the Indiana Pacers. Too many turnovers from Bridges, too many turnovers for Josh Hart. Tyus Jones, he does not turn the ball over. I mean, 7.3 assists in 2023 and 2024 to just one turnover a game. That is elite stuff. The Knicks actually almost signed Tyus Jones last year. They were trying to get him to sign that taxpayer mid-level exception, but he got a little bit more money from the Phoenix Suns and elected to go sign there. Maybe they look to circle the block and get that deal done. I'd be pretty pumped up if they do. I got a couple more players I want to talk about on today's show, but go to this link, chatsports.com/KnicksUSA. That's chatsports.com/KnicksUSA, and get your 4th of July themed New York Knicks shirt. So those three guys are probably the highest on my list. Another player I'm looking at is a center, and it's a veteran and an NBA champion, and Al Horford, a guy that I think can be a really solid bench big at this point in his career still. Is he the guy he once was? No. Is the all-star Al Horford still alive and breathing? No. But can he come in, give you solid minutes, and contribute to winning? Absolutely. Can he be a leader in the locker room? 1,000%. Can he help develop a young Ariel Huck-Porty? No doubt about it. Can he work alongside Karl-Anthony Towns to show him how to be a champion and improve on defense? 100%. Al Horford is someone I am interested in if he is willing to settle for that taxpayer mid-level exception. Maybe he goes back to Boston. Maybe he does not, but I've got some interest in that. Another player I've always liked in the NBA, dating back to when I used to play 2K all the time, Gary Harris. He was one of the original 3-and-D players in the NBA, and injuries have kind of cut his career from really reaching the potential it's supposed to be, but he is a scrappy defender, and he's able to hit the outside shot as well. So I'm interested in that. The injuries scare me a little bit, but someone that I would definitely be cool with the Knicks signing is they could use some more size, defense, athleticism, and versatility off the bench. Name a free agent you want the Knicks to sign. Give me a name down in the comments section. If they signed any of those 5 guys, I would totally be cool with that. But I don't know. You're going to probably need maybe Schroder to take a little bit of a discount. We'll see. It's going to be interesting, and we're going to break it down on Monday. Make sure you are subscribed and you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram @MarshallGreen_.